most critics, not just music critics, but critics of any entertainment medium in general, they'll probably tell you that the hardest sort of review to write up are the reviews where the thing they're critiquing is flat out boring and uninteresting. I mean, there's only so many ways you can describe something as boring without getting repetitive. Which brings us to the latest album released by Katy Perry, and oh dear god, do I regret doing this review. The thing is, I was planning to do a big release for this channel's first album review, and I had heard some pretty bad things about this album from people who got an early preview of it, which, yeah, didn't fill me with excitement, but if it was going to be bad, at least I could get some material out of it. But no, this album is not even bad in the sense that you get offended or get any real reaction out of it besides rolling your eyes and yawning. And the thing that makes me laugh about this is that this is supposed to be Katy Perry being all woke and making conscious music. Well, I certainly didn't get that impression listening to the album on its own. Who would have thought that a Katy Perry album would be so frigging pretentious? Outside the Chain to the Rhythm, a song which has a terrible lack of self-awareness to the point where it's kind of funny, these songs are just so basic and virtually meaningless. It's like false advertising. Now, to be fair, there are a couple of songs in this album that has a nice instrumentation. Like, for example, I like the 90s house vibe that Swish Swish has, for example. It's just a shame that it's ruined by such a pathetic so-called diss track, supposedly aimed at Taylor Swift, which, by the way, hashtag Team No One. It's like the diss track version of a boxer in the ring exhausting themselves to land a hit, but every punch epically fails to connect. I mean, seriously, no one with any sense of maturity should ever use the phrase "kiss my ring" as an insult. Now, I've already done a full track review with Bon Appetit, which you can check out after this video if you want my full opinion on that particular song, and I still stick by what I said in that review. Speaking of other songs with a nice instrumentation, the opening track Witness does have a nice piano and guitar intro which I liked, and it has a nice whistle outro as well, but in between the intro and the outro, the song is just so disappointing. Which, to be fair, is more than what can be said for the other songs in this album, which are just not worth talking about because they're so bland and forgettable. I mean, seriously, I've heard this album 3 times over the weekend, and I still struggle to remember anything outside of the 3 singles. And they're all interchangeable to boot. I mean, we talk about songs that have some of the most tedious and flat mid-tempo electro-pop, and they all have weak choruses, and these songs never develop and therefore make this album feel like it lasts forever. Now, one of the most disappointing things in this album for me personally is that 3 of the tracks on this album were actually produced by Purity Ring, who are an electro-pop duo that I actually really like, but you can tell that things were watered the hell down to be more mainstream friendly, and they ended up stripping away a lot of the tensity and veracity that is characteristic of their usual sound. And can I just take a minute to talk about the album cover a second? What in the mother of all things holy were they thinking with this? I mean, does a team want to give me nightmares? In fact, do you know what this album cover reminds me of? Yeah, I wonder if that's an omen for the future trajectory of her career. Now, I have nothing else to say about this album, so to close things off, if this isn't the sign of a pop star who is now well past their peak, having reached their 30s, I don't know what is. Now, that's not to say that pop stars aren't allowed to carry on their careers once they're 30, or even continue to be successful at that age. I'm roughly the same age as her, for crying out loud, but you know the industry is tough on women of a certain age. And as I kind of hinted at in the Bon Appetit video, I'm wondering if this haphazard rollout of the album release is going to be a career killer. I mean, since that review they've allegedly switched the second single to Swish Swish at the last minute, which tells you all you need to know there. And it's not like that decision is helping because both songs are currently sinking like a stone in the Hot 100. And if this era does flop, which at this rate is looking very likely, It's not because of some malicious media campaign or any of that rubbish. It's because her team decided to put out something so freaking tedious. Okay, that all said, it's time to give this a score. I'm gonna give this a light 4 out of 10 and no recommendation. Not even to her fans who, honestly, having encountered quite a few of them over the years, they really deserve better than this lame fest. So, there you go. That's my album review of Witness by Katy Perry, and yeah, I wish I had more to say about this, but this is just so boring and tedious. It was really difficult, so yeah, great pick for my first album review on this YouTube channel, wasn't it? Anyway, let me know what you thought in the comment section, or if you have any suggestions of any albums or songs that I should review, hit me in the comment section as well, or tweet me or something like that. And if you have any suggestions of what I can do to improve these videos, it'll be very much welcome, as long as your criticisms are constructive. It'll be awesome. Maybe also throw in a like or subscribe to this channel if you want. That would be quite nice. But anyway, that's it from me. So until next time, I'll see you around.